baby. Ooh wee, baby. Hey man, I know y'all was probably tapped in a little earlier, expecting us to get here a little early, but baby, look here. It's the big, hey, it's Natelogic, baby. Hey, this the real underground radio station. Hey, and I'm sorry I'm late. It really ain't my fault. It really just ain't all on me this time because somebody say, man, I passed by here 3 or 4 times because I ain't know where I was at. Maybe it's because he from the north side. maybe it's because he a cap. I mean, you a what now? You a cap?
No, I'm a noob.
A noob?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I don't know.
Maybe because we're in a. Bro, I thought we was gonna be in a bluff, bro. I ain't.
You, how could you have thought that? I dropped the low as these young boys
dropped the low at 5.
Okay, that's plenty of time.
I was training.
Oh, you were training.
Yeah, I was training.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listen, this your boy. Hey, man, he was training. Hey, listen, I got Jermaine Anderson. Hey, one of the most, is it NBA Elite?
Yeah, NBA Fitness Elite.
NBA Fitness Elite. Yeah. If you want your son to get to the next stage, no matter where they at, you need to holler at Jermaine.
Oh, we're gonna make it shake now.
Jermaine gonna help them. Jermaine, you got a nice little record of boys you can help get to the next stage.
Facts.
Who is out of all the young men? How many people have you trained?
Totally. It's over the hundreds though.
So you 200?
Facts. I done 200.
300.
I'm probably running at 300 range right now.
All right. So you, of course, can you give, out of all the young men you've trained, tell me who is your top, the one who has exceeded and made it to the highest level, the highest of highs?
Let me see. B.J. Thompson out of England just got drafted by the Chiefs.
Ooh, wait, baby. Yeah. How long was you training B.J.?
Man, B.J. was 3 years while he's in high school.
Oh, so you got him 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Yeah, that was the England boys. I had a group of boys from England used to come down to the bluff.
What position was he in?
He played tight end and DN in high school.
What position did he
play? He's playing DN for the Chiefs.
Defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs. From England, Arkansas, B.J. Thomas.
Yep,
Thompson. B.J. Thompson. Is he? I heard he's something to look for.
Oh, yeah. He's 6'7".
Why he didn't go to the Cowboys? Poor baby.
I wish he could have went to the Cowboys.
I wish he could have went to the Cowboys too, man. So while we're excited about the NFL, we're also excited about the young men that you've helped get to the next level in college.
Right.
So give me some of the colleges.
And some in life too.
Of course in life. Yeah. That's a given. But a lot of people tap in with the understanding, I want to help my son get to the next level in college. So what are some of the colleges you've helped them get to?
I got Braylon Moody. I got Kobe Drake.
What schools?
Braylon Moody, he just transferred to another school on the East Coast. He was running back in Palm Bluff High. You got Kobe Drake. He played receiver. He's from Whitehall. Play receiver in Memphis right now.
Okay, that's the white boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he cold.
He cold.
That boy cold with it.
Them white boys that come to the hood, boy, they always cold.
Hey, and what's crazy, he walked on in Memphis.
He walked on?
Yeah, he got a bunch of D2 offers, so, we made some calls, got him tried at Memphis.
Uh-huh.
Went up there. He felt like he was good enough to play on that level.
And did his thing.
Did his thing on scholarship.
I ain't mad at him.
He was overlooked. Kobe probably 5'9", 5'10" receiver.
Uh-huh. But he got that dog in him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He got that. And a lot of young men,
for sure.
A lot of people don't realize if you got that dog in you, man, it's a whole different ball game when you got that dog in you. Hey, before we go any further, Jermaine, we need people to tap in. We need all our friends, all our family. We need you to share this live right now. Share the live, man. Go to the Real Underground radio station. Jermaine gonna share it on his page. I'm gonna share it on my page. We just gonna have a conversation about, not about just training, but Jermaine's his position and what he's done for the community of Pine Bluff, for the community of Arkansas, period. And from his insight on NILs, he's hands-on with that. his insight on how to help your kid get recruited. Football season's coming up. We're in the smack dab of training season. Am I right?
Facts, yeah. Well,
So
it's a crucial time right now.
It's a crucial time right now. Right now is they should be in the oven. Am I correct?
Yep.
They should be baking.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should be out there sweating right now. If your kid out of the house playing goddamn PS2 right now, he not going to college. He not going to play for the Razorbacks.
He's not going to play nowhere if he's sitting in the house right now.
If he's sitting in the house right now,
He's not going to play nowhere.
he's not going to even start for the Little Angels.
CR got a football team they're about to start.
So he can start for if he playing PS3 right now, he can play for CR.
He probably can get a shot. But
He can walk on.
It depends on what coach they get. He might not want it.
Who's gonna be the coach at CR? Had they started their football? Hand me that.
Nah, it's supposed to be. I think they start. I met the baseball coach.
So they got at CR. They gonna have baseball,
Yeah,
football.
Softball.
They gonna have it all.
I think soccer. You know they working on some dorms and stuff over there too.
What?
Across from Seabrook, the old folks' home. They used to be right there across from Seabrook.
What? They not playing at CR.
Bro, we knew that was coming, bro. The enrollment is up there for.
They is not playing. I'm excited about what they're doing at CR because I'm gonna tell you like this. My opinion is this, dog. Any positive for the city is good.
Facts.
Competition is always good because it's gonna make you do two things. You're gonna either get it together or you're gonna get behind. And so if our dear mother wants to get it together and get ahead, they better get on. They better get it together because CR can't play.
No.
CR
is actually a nice school.
Yeah, and you know the sad part about all of this, dog, is the sad part in my opinion is the U of A system, in my opinion, isn't always fair to UAPB.
God, dog.
And what needs to happen, you turn it down. I know the raggedy iPhone.
Bro, this is 13. Bro, I just hit that mistake.
The U of A system isn't always fair, in my opinion, to UAPB. And regardless of funding or whatnot, but we also have to understand systematic racism, systems in play. I'll say systematic racism plays a part in it, and then there's also systems in place to ensure that some schools in our communities, UAPB, Baptist, all these shorter, all these schools that are in our communities for some reason are always underfunded.
Yep.
And big schools, U of A, are basically their biggest breadwinner are off of the back of black babies. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate, but it's the reality that we live in. But, you know, Jermaine, before we get too deep into things, a lot of people don't know that you really got a history for Pine Bluff.
Thanks.
I want to talk about not just your history, because I'd be remiss not to say who your folks is.
Right.
CA. Mm-hmm. I don't want to just say CA.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Charles Anderson.
Charles Anderson. That's your uncle.
You got Charles Anderson. You got Troy Anderson. That's my other uncle.
Charles and Troy. If you from Pine Bluff, these are legends.
My daddy, you got Tony Anderson. He the middle brother.
Yep. These are legends. Tony.
It was great. People don't know this though. Like you got David Moore, Ernest Moore. That's my dad and them first cousin.
You come from a
we grew up on Saracen. They was on the next street over.
And you just glanced over at Dave Moore. Like these dudes, like these ain't real legends in the Bluff, man.
Big D.
Big Dave. Shout out Big Dave, man. Forever love for Big Dave. Shout out Ernest Moore, man.
Forever Mustaford, man.
Yeah. Big D.
Yeah.
That was your cousin?
Yeah. His daddy is brothers with David and Ernest.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know all this time. Shout out Big D. Long live Big D. Long live Big D. Long live Dave. And one that's near and dear to my heart, shout out Big Emo, man.
Oh, man.
Near and dear to my heart, shout out to Big Emo. I was watching an episode we did when we first heard. Emo is a big friend of the 870 show, the Natelogic podcast. And, you know, that was my boy, man. Real talk. And I know he was a very loved person. So You just not no fly by Pam dude from Palm Bluff who
Nah.
just went to school and came around and
Nah,
started recruiting football kids. You rooted in Palm Bluff.
Yeah, I was born in Pine Bluff. I moved and went to high school in Kentucky, went to college in Memphis, and came back to Pine Bluff.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So you really from the Bluff?
Yeah.
When did you leave to go to high school to
I
Kentucky?
left junior high. I moved. Parents got a job up there in Lexington, moved up there. I did not want to go.
Because you would have went to Delaware or Palm Bluff High or Chapel.
I was in the Pine Bluff School District, even though I stayed on the north. You know, Saracen Street, just some reason,
Right.
we was going to Pine Bluff School District.
Yeah, I know you. Okay.
So, yeah, I was in Pine. I don't know. David probably would try to get me $1 away.
Because Dave was the coach.
Yeah, but me and Marcus first cousin, Marcus Adams. So we 4 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
So he was going to Palm Beach School District. So where he go to school at, I gotta go. We went to school together. It wasn't no separating us.
I bet that was tough leaving the Bluff, wasn't it?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was. It was. David called my daddy every day.
Send them back.
Send him back. You messing up my football program. Send him back.
So once you went to Kentucky, you went to high school in Kentucky, then you went to college where?
University of Memphis.
You went to U of M?
Yep.
Oh, you was player flying. But
Hey, they don't know about player fly.
you was player flying.
Hey.
This was you were in college there probably,
I was 03.
03,
04.
04.
Yep.
and then you made the mistake and pledge.
Hey, man, that's the greatest accomplishment in the world, though.
And then you came to the Bluff.
Yep.
Came home.
Came home with high hopes.
What was the hopes when you came to the Bluff?
Man, it was, you growing up on that side, all you know is UAPB. You hear the band, practicing every night.
Bum, 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 bum.
Feel me? You hear that?
Yeah.
You go to the games. So we talking about the stadium when it was on University.
Did you play ball out there?
Where
At UAPB?
Yeah.
How many years did you play at
I
UAPB?
played there 06 and 07. I had to sit out when I came in because
Okay.
of transfer rules. I wish they had the transfer portal then, though. That's a whole
You would have been
Boy,
straight.
That'd have been a whole different monster, boy.
So let me ask you a question. You graduate from high school, from college. Is that when you started training?
I'm gonna tell you the crazy.
I
thing.
remember you throwing parties.
Yeah, I was hustling.
I remember you throwing
Boy,
parties.
I was trying to hustle, boy.
Kobe. Kobe, your cousin too, ain't he?
Hey, he family. He ain't my cousin, but like he close family. So.
Shout out my dog Kobe.
Yeah,
shout out Kobe Miller.
Boy, we was out here
What's my
hustling,
dog?
boy.
Boy, hey, Kobe the GOAT.
Kobe,
man.
Bruce, Hypnotic.
What was the name of y'all?
Donald, Nate. We just went by our name. I just used my name. I ain't had.
You did. I remember
I just
that.
used my name. I wasn't using no clicks, and I just used my name.
Oh, we baby. Hey, this your boy Natelogic, man. The real underground radio. I want to get into promoting. You think I can do the promoting thing?
Facts, you can.
You think I can? We're gonna have to talk offline. You can help me come up with it. I need to come up with a promoter name, and then I want to.
You get it. You get it.
I need to become a promoter and a trainer.
Big Nate, you got it.
I'm gonna start training you though.
Hey.
Like I think I could be a good football trainer or some shit like that. Like gotta help you put some bulk up.
Bro, I'm trying to get down, bro. I'm 220. I'm trying to get down.
Hey man, listen, Jermaine, man. What I'm excited about talking about though, for real, is you've had an opportunity to see a lot of these young boys, man.
Facts. And it was actually it was an accident.
What? How did you get into the training part?
I'm gonna tell you how that ended up happening, bro. My little cousin, Demetrius Anderson, he was in high school. Him and another kid named Jalen Jones, and started out just working out with them. When they was playing Palm Beach High, working out with them, doing stuff with them, and then Mallet was in. That's when Mallet went to the league. He playing with the Eagles.
Martell
Mallet.
Martell Mallet played for
Yeah.
the Eagles. Another Palm Bluff great.
So Martell, when he come in town, we go to Wellness Center work out. And then I used to have Martell doing like the little classes. And people sleep on this. You know the little step aerobics with the little it's number feet work.
Footwork, right,
Yeah.
right.
So I work with Martell, and Martell was like, bro, you know how to do this naturally, right? He was like, bro, all this stuff you teaching me, I'm doing it. He like, you need to think about training. I'm just helping people out around me. Mm-hmm. But then the more you deal with 2 kids, here come another kid. Can I work with you? Here come another kid. But then when I sat back and looked at it, like, who really helping the kids in the Bluff right now? It wasn't that. And then if you look at it, the Bluff really was behind when it came to sports,
Yeah.
football, and what's going on. I left here and went to Kentucky, and we running well, people that know football, we running 4 receivers. We running no huddle offenses, and we playing on turf.
Wow. So they had a lot of things going on.
We had turf.
They didn't get turf in Palm Bluff until a couple years ago.
Exactly. We had turf back in. They changed our high school in 2000 to turf. We're practicing at University of Kentucky football fields.
Wow. What high school did you go to in Kentucky?
Paul Lawrence Dunbar in Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay.
University of Kentucky, right down the street from my parents' house.
Okay.
To this day.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, Jermaine. You started training with Martell Mallet.
Yeah.
You just, getting the basis of it. Played for the Eagles. After you started that, what made you, is that what clicked in your head to say, I could do this?
Yeah. Because it came natural. It just became natural. It wasn't nothing that you have to, let me drag out here and do. When you do something without thinking about it and have no problem enjoy doing it, bro, it's a calling.
Right.
Yeah,
If you could do it for free,
yeah.
Like I could do this podcast for free because I love it.
It's
I love
a
just
calling.
having those conversations. Right. I get it. I definitely get it. So you felt like this was just your calling and it came natural.
And that's what it was. And then it just, when I think that first group of guys that I got after my cousin, which was David Beasley, Ladarius Skelton, Trey Cole, Tevin Brown. He plays basketball. He's coaching basketball. Matter of fact, he's doing a hell of a job right now.
Where at?
He's coaching basketball. He's in Dallas right now. So you got Tevin Brown and Drew Wade. Them was like my original guys that I started with. And dealing with them, then here come the other kids. Here come everybody else come. It went from and this was for free. This wasn't.
There was no fee with this.
No, it wasn't no fee. We was literally, you probably can catch us out at the levee. You can catch us at the lake. It's some sand back there. Pine Bluff Beach back there.
Pine Bluff got a beach.
Yeah,
Shout out to the beach.
Yeah. You can catch us at Chapel. We literally was working out 2 or 3 times a day.
And them boys was with it.
Yeah, then you come out there and you see kids coming out there. Can you help me? But that's how we was raised.
Right. Come on out here and work.
Yeah.
We ain't out here hanging out.
You go to Townsend Park jumping.
Playing basketball.
Yep. You gonna do something. You playing basketball, you on a baseball field, you at the Boys and Girls. It's something.
Something for you to get into.
So when I seen the kids, what I'm tell the kid, no.
You can't.
What else you got opportunities you got in the Bluff? It's nothing else there. A lot of stuff started closing down.
So when you started training and you seen the benefit of it, when did you look on the field and could see the benefit of what you were doing?
This was back the summer before Skelton and Beasley them senior year. They graduated. They was class of 16. We went down to Beasley, gave me his Twitter. And he was like, man, these coaches keep hitting me up my Twitter. I don't know what to say. When I looked in his Twitter, man, he probably had over 100 schools in his inbox. Asked him to come to camps, and he like, what I supposed to do with this? I'm like, so y'all don't go to camps? They was like, nah.
We ain't got no way to get to no camps.
They don't know. Okay, cool. So boom, like, got my truck, threw them in there. Actually, I still got the video to this day. We drove down to LSU. LSU wanted to come down there. Drove down to LSU. We got to LSU, and this will really open my eyes. We get to LSU, you can go one day. This one they had like the camps you can go for like a week before COVID hit. You could be there like 1 day, 3 days, or a week. We went down there for 1 day. We was like, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go to TCU, we're gonna drive back. We get to LSU, them boys ball. Coach said, hey, we want these kids to stay whole week, we're gonna pay for everything.
Wow.
I said, well, we might be on to something. Well, okay, bet. They can stay whole week. Hooked up with Perry from Pine Bluff down there in Baton Rouge.
Right.
I called Perry. Hey, I got some kids from the Bluff. You know, they doing this and this. He called the AD. This 12 o'clock at night. Perry called the AD. Hey, I got some kids in the Bluff. I'm going to show you the highlight tape. He sent it to him. Offered them.
Wow.
I said, that's all I got. That's all it take. Cool.
And so that's when that light just bing, like I got something here.
Yeah.
I think, would I be wrong if I say Palm Bluff has always had some level of raw talent?
Bro,
with these young men?
you can ask any coach in the state, and I'm gonna stand on this. They would tell you the best talent comes out of Pine Bluff. Even if you look at a lot of talent in other cities, they would stand in the Bluff at one time. They found them from the Bluff, and they just moved and went to a different school.
But all the talent, would you say the best talent
Facts, Pine
out
Bluff.
of the state comes from Pine Bluff?
Yeah, facts.
And I mean, it's hard to argue against somebody who has you've seen. Would you say you've seen from every corner of Arkansas? You've seen what they got to offer, and you're saying from your experience, you would be a subject matter expert.
Bro,
It's Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff got the best talent here. There's no we're shipping kids in. El Dorado got some kids, but we know they come from Louisiana. Texarkana got some kids, but they also on that border. They come from Texas. You know, Little Rock got some kids, but that Pine Bluff is just something different. It's something different about those kids.
Well, if we got all this talent, are we producing college kids ready for college?
Nope.
So where do you think?
So
we got all this talent, the best talent in the state. Where's the breakdown? Why are we not producing college ready kids?
So I'm gonna tell you one of the problems that I see, and I don't know, people can get mad. I don't care. But you have kids that grow up playing little league football. We tell them they the man. You the man here. Oh, so and so this and this. Yeah, you the man. Why you in the Bluff? Okay, let's go on this road. So when we started doing trap football, it was me, Billy Lee, J Rock, Marcus Bolden, Greg Hunter, Kennedy. It was a slew of us. Will I had vans, 15 passenger vans with my nonprofit program. So we took the vans. Well, no funding from nobody. Nobody gave us no money. You know, we had parents that used to. We had parents giving us food stamps that didn't have it. That didn't have the money to send their kids. We used to tell them, give us $25. Kid, bring $25. We're gonna make this shake. So when you start taking the kids outside the state, which we call hell for that. We call hell. We met with the Pine Bluff Football League. Hey, this is what we want to do. We just want y'all support. We're not stealing y'all kids, but we want to show them better.
But let me ask you a question, Jermaine. How? I'll say this. I am personally partial for the Pine Bluff Football League.
Oh yeah, I wanted to boom.
I believe that the Pine Bluff Football League should be the only league in Pine Bluff. I fully respect everybody else, but I see the benefits of Pine Bluff growing and develop its own within Pine Bluff.
Bro, it should, bro. And you know what made room for other leagues and other teams to go to Little Rock and everywhere else? What brought that about? Where the kids playing at? What they used to play at? They used to play back there southeast. Some days the grass ain't cut. Some days kids playing the ant pals. You got holes in the ground, but we got turf fields. Pine Bluff High had a practice field and a game field. That's what they used to play back in the day. We used to play over there on the practice field.
Right.
Okay, but at least if you're going to do something on the turf back there southeast, okay, let's get some money together and fix these fields up right. Right now, if a kid, this is crazy. Right now, if a kid wants to work out at any field in Pine Bluff, where can they go?
They can't.
They can't. Chapel coach, he's not locked in with the kids. He got a chain on the door, on the lock. I mean, he got a chain on the fence. That's a public track. So you got that lock. So what the kids supposed to do?
I don't know. Can they go to Pine Bluff High and practice on that field?
No, you can't go to that either. You can go on a practice field, which on a track on that field, which that's not taken care of. You can go to Whitehall, but if the superintendent come out there and catch you, he's gonna run you up the field. So where can they go?
Unless you play for Whitehall.
Yeah, unless you play for Whitehall. So where you gonna go? And Whitehall got plenty of Pine Bluff kids.
Unfortunately.
So where's you gonna go if a kid want to go work out or train or do anything else?
So this is a breakdown in our community, to be honest.
Yeah.
Us not. I've said this to some people in private. I think we're not being good. We're not being good advocates for our assets and not doing right by some of the things in our city. We got a lot of fields. We got a lot of school fields.
Yeah.
All these schools that are closing down. We got basketball courts. We got these closed down baseball fields that a lot of people could band together and you know and more. You got 20 church and I'm not attacking the churches.
No, you being honest. It's a
I'm just
bunch of
being
churches with
honest.
basketball courts and
All right.
gyms and
And
people.
not only that, some of these fraternities,
Yeah.
they could band together and say, "Hey, we'll cut for the month of March. The Kappa's cut for the month of August." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The unfortunate part of it is because all of us got zero turns.
Facts.
I can name 10 men who got a nice zero turn at home.
Shoot, I got one. Shoot, we had got Oak Park School. We used to throw a summer camp there every summer. It was $50 for 9 weeks.
Wow.
We had 200 kids. We got there and cut the grass. Cool, nobody cut the grass. We got there, cut the grass. We fixed windows. We paid for the V4 security to come be security for a year just to make the school safer. We used to open up the basketball gym, let kids come play basketball.
The school caught on fire, didn't it?
That we didn't have it no more. They came and said they were selling, so they took it from us. So then so it sat there and started turning up again.
We don't do good by our resources in Palm Bluff, and it's because we are in. That's a whole nother conversation, but we could be doing a lot better by our resources in Palm Bluff, and I wish we did. Hey, this your boy Big Nate with the Real Underground Radio Station. This Natelogic, baby. I got my brother Jermaine Anderson, NBA Elite, and right now we're talking about some of these. About training, about
Facts.
How you can help your son become the star running back at CR.
So I'm gonna go back to our kids not being prepared for college.
Right, that's what I'm really interested in.
It's a thing here.
So before you say that, you're saying the biggest issue is that there's one issue is that there's nowhere for them to train. Football or anything for that matter.
Yeah.
There's no facility that helps these young men get to the next stage.
Yep.
Okay. I can respect that.
You have that. Then you have this. How many kids out of Palm Bluff going to camps? Just because they told you was good locally. You think this college in Tennessee know who you are? And they got to recruit from every school. What is 200-300 high schools in Arkansas? Now, let's look at the whole United States. And Tennessee got to bring in 2 receivers. You think they know you sitting at the house and they're going to come get you? No, they're not going to do that. You have to go to camps. You have to get up, put your phone down, take them hoodies off. It's 100 degrees. Parents, you got to invest. You have to get on the road. I've been on it. I done went from here to LSU the same day. LSU over to Southern. From Southern to Dallas. Woke up the next day. We went to SMU. Left SMU. Came back here. Went to Conway.
You got to get out.
But you have to. That's the only way that these schools gonna find you. You're not just gonna sit at home. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we know this kid.
They can't create a player on their PS5.
Facts. And you can't expect for somebody else to help your kid out. That's your kid. That's your kid. At the end of the day, it's your kid. Just like you want your hair done, you want to get a haircut, you want them Jordans. That's your kid. You have to invest in your kid. You can't get mad at nobody else or wonder why my kid's not being recruited. Okay, what's your kid GPA? Y'all know what a core GPA is?
Yeah, I'm not denying what you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying that you ultimately the parent has the responsibility. Yep. But let's just be real, Jermaine. Some of these parents just don't have the funds.
Facts, they don't. So I'm gonna tell you the other thing that's crazy. This is the other thing that's crazy. We went to some of these camps, and this ain't no shot at no coaches. If you take them personal, y'all know how I am. You can call my phone. We went to camps. We've seen high school teams on the school buses pull up to these camps. So why is this not being done? Hey, parents, instead of us going to a million teen camps here locally and playing against these kids, we're going to play in the season. Hey, school, let's get a bus from the school. We're going to take these kids, and let's go on a little week tour. We're going to go to A-State camp. We're going to go to Memphis. We're going to go over to Alcorn. You're going to go to Ole Miss. You're going to go to Jackson State. You just map out a little tour and come back. At least these kids have some type of exposure, know what to expect.
So kind of like they do a black college tour. You're
Yeah.
saying if they did like a football or skills and drills tour.
Yeah, and they doing because all the football camps around the same time. At the beginning of
Okay.
June. A lot of them from Memorial Day until like that third week in June. That's a
Yeah.
lot of camps. They back to back to back.
And you could just go in
Yeah.
and do them all like that. I get what you're saying.
And the thing is, they will give you, bro. Last summer, we went to so many camps. Last summer, I paid for one camp.
Wow.
One camp out of 25.
So okay, so we're gonna say the two things that the bigger problem, two of the biggest problems, facilities, no facilities,
Yep.
lack of exposure.
Yep.
What else is there? Or is that it?
I'm gonna tell you a crazy thing a coach told us. Coach told us this. Coach told us this. We went and talked to a coach who was at Memphis. So it was me and two other parents. We're going to holler at the coaches. Hey, we from the Bluff. This and this. Even when the previous UAPB coach was there, we hollered at him. He walked off from us. Oh, we from the Bluff. This and this. We hollering at him. Every time we say we from Pine Bluff, we say Arkansas. We say Pine Bluff. They walked off from us. So one guy, we finally got him to conversate with us like, bro, what's the deal? They said, man, we recruit out of Pine Bluff all the time. So we contacted one coach. He won't return our calls. We send letters. Now letters don't get returned. We don't hear nothing back. So we just say forget it. These colleges know about the Bluff for sure.
Right, you gotta know about Palm
They know
Bluff.
about it, but it's been previous experience to where they saying coaches didn't return letters, kids didn't get letters, so they figured the kid wasn't interested. Coaches not returning calls. Then they say, hey, they don't got the grades. But you ask a kid, a lot of kids don't know about these grades. High school, and I'm gonna say this because I done heard this a million times. High school starts in 9th grade.
So that's another one. Education.
Yes.
That's the third reason why you feel like they're not getting
Facts.
exposure. So facilities, exposure,
Yeah. In school.
and education.
Yep.
They didn't have the grades to get. And you said something important. I don't want to just pass over the coach's part, but yes, in my opinion, the coaches do have an obligation to help them kids get to the next stage.
And you
but-
know, a coach said that's not his job. I heard a coach tell him, like, that's not my job to help your son. As long as anybody growing up, a coach was like a father figure.
Right.
You get in trouble, they tell me, tell your coach. So
Right.
am I good enough to win games for you?
But not good enough to help get to the next stage.
Right. You don't care what I do after when I graduate.
That says something about that person
Yeah.
that feels that way. If a person, if I had a son and a coach was to tell my son that, we're going to another team.
Facts. Why you think I took my son out here? My son graduated right from Mills.
I was trying to hold on for that.
Ah, man, I put it out there, baby. I told you I ain't gonna hide nothing now. Yeah. Took him on out.
Facilities, exposure,
Right.
education. And can we add that into add one more thing? What else? Would you say it? Would you say just the community is just
Yeah, you know what? That is, bro. Because a lot of these kids, bro, you can go, and you've been there. You can go to some communities where you have a community that support them. Man, go to Sheridan. Sheridan support, they hold, the city coming out, they supporting the kids. They got their kids back. A lot of them small. We don't have that here. It's good. Yeah, we love you when you scoring touchdowns. But did that kid eat during the week? Is he struggling at home?
are we doing what we can for the
Right.
for his family, for him, period.
Are you-
Not just for our athletes though. Are we as a
The
community
kids, period.
Are we as a community doing enough for our youth?
Yeah. But get mad when something happen.
So you would say lack of community support.
Yeah.
I want to dig a little into that lack of community support because, Jermaine, how many young men have you lost to these streets?
Oh man, I lost one today.
How do you deal with it? Does it make you feel as if you're failing?
Man, honestly, when that happens, it honestly make you just don't want to do it no more. And honestly, say forget it. Ain't no point. I ain't doing nothing. I'm straight. I'm worried about me and mine. I got 4 kids. I can easily say, let me focus on my kids. But then, how does that help the kids who actually need help? Because his kids, real life, need help. And I ain't gonna lie, it's difficult because, like the last kid I lost.
And when we say lost, we're talking about you've lost young men who've sat at your table,
Yeah.
ate your food, been around you as like these are your children.
Mm-hmm.
You've lost these young men to street violence,
Yep.
to violence in the streets.
So that becomes something to deal with. Even the one we lost Dalen. I still deal with that. That's not something you just, you don't get over that stuff that easy. There ain't no, it's different. You lose people, then they become adults. You lived your life. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to grieve here. I'm still thinking about you. But when it's a kid that I haven't seen life yet.
And somebody that you were attached to, somebody you had a chance to pour into, somebody you were actually building up and a part of their day-to-day life, have you found yourself having to talk to somebody about some of that?
Nah.
So I don't want to say you might, if you have a number, but you've lost quite a few.
I lost quite a few people, man. Even I lost one of my training partners, Ben. That was one of I lost him last summer.
BA, right?
Yep. And he was out here training kids. He was on the same mission.
Someone who's been engaged with these young men on the streets, I just lost one to prison.
Yeah. And I didn't even think about that one. I done lost kids to their prison system.
I lost one to prison, and it's heartbreaking, man.
Because now it's nothing you can do.
And it's nothing you can do. For me, it made me feel like I failed. I'm going to just be all the way real with you. I've sat with some of these kids in some tough spots. And when I lost one to prison for the rest of his life, it hurt.
Yeah.
Because I felt like a failure.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I didn't do enough for him. Did you ever have that feeling?
Facts. I done had that a few times. But then I started questioning. I started looking at stuff like this. It used to be a village concept, that's non-existent now. There's a few people still with that concept. But something I noticed, you would take a kid and you would do everything under the sun. But somebody else see that same kid acting up. You don't say nothing to him. You'll talk about him. Oh, he doing this, he doing that. He ripping around the streets, he doing this and that. It ain't no, hey, son, let me holler at you. Because any kid I deal with now, they'll tell you, if I see you acting up, hey, let me holler at you real quick. I'm going to grab you, I'm going to snatch you up. Because they'll tell you, my son, if you see my son doing anything, you got the green light.
Your boy big. I'm not grabbing him.
You got the green light. He's up in Fayetteville with Bowie right now, so I'll put them in the text. So Bowie got the green light. I don't think he's going to try Carlos Bowie. So he ain't going to try Carlos. But
Carlos' little ass don't do nothing.
Carlos like Floyd Mayweather.
Shout out, Carlos. I love you, boy. Hey, so I agree with you about it being a community thing.
Yeah.
So we'll add one more to it and say lack of community support.
Yeah.
Lack of us as adults reaching out to these young men and saying, hey, man, what's up?
That's the next generation.
But my question is that, Jermaine, how can you correct some of these young men, though?
You know the craziest thing? Some of these kids just want a conversation. Some of these kids literally want a conversation. Somebody they can talk to, somebody they can rely on. Somebody that can be in their corner. What's up, boy? Somebody that can be in their corner. Somebody that can just holler at. It really be that simple.
Yeah.
But it's not being done.
Yeah.
But then, that's the crazy thing. These same athletes we'll take, right? Friday night, we cheering them on. They scoring touchdowns. They doing this and this. As soon as he walked across that stage, y'all forgot who he was.
After he done scored all the touchdowns.
He done did everything else. Matter of fact, not for the last game of the season, we done with you. You ain't trying to help the boy get in college. You not even helping, asking if he ate. But then if that kid turn around, finish playing football, and he get in trouble, it turns into this. Oh, he threw his life away. Well, shit, this is a 17-year-old kid.
I'll tell you a sad story in Palm Bluff, and you might remember this one. Jeremiah from UAPB. I mean, from Dollarway.
Facts. That's my guy. Yeah.
Sad story.
Yeah.
He just got locked up again.
For real?
Yeah. Sad story. You know, there's so many situations in our community where I feel like we, as a whole, have failed them. NILs.
Oh, man.
Is it money in that shit?
So, I'm going to tell you what the NIL is. So, it's name, image, and likeness. So, for years, everybody was saying athletes got paid under the table from boosters and all that. Now it's on the table. They can get paid from boosters. If you have a business, you can say, hey, KJ Jefferson, I want you to advertise my business. I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So, now they can get paid. So, you got college guys on a big school level who's making $100,000, $200,000 in a year.
Ooh, wee, baby.
You got kids right now, and one thing, it's public information. You got kids as millionaires. Look at the girls from LSU. Both of them at 1.3 million.
FloJo and what's the other girl name?
Shoot, I'm about to stay in college.
Why go to the NBA, WNBA? In that case, yeah.
Boy.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
But you got to get there.
You got to grind.
You got to get there, but you're not going to get there sitting at the crib.
Can't get there playing PS3.
Yeah. You sitting at the crib chilling, not doing it. No, you ain't getting there.
So, because we got the 870 show starting here in a minute, Jermaine. Give me a rundown.
PS3. Two game consoles behind.
Give me what do they need to, what if you got a son or a child in junior high, what you need to be doing right now to get him, prepare him for the next stage?
First of all, you need to start taking the ACT. People tell you, you don't need to play football. You still have to get in the school.
So even if you're in junior high, you need to start taking the ACT now?
Early is best.
So you'll be prepared and won't be okay.
You got ACT, 9th grade, you got to start out having good grades because you can't wait till your senior year and try to get good grades then.
Right.
Because when you're going to, you done messed up first 2 or 3 years, you got a 2.2 average. And then your senior year, you get a 4.0. No, all it did, it went 2.2378. You changed one of them 7/8s down there. That's the only thing you did. But
wow.
Then they don't know this. You got the clearinghouse. Clearinghouse is a thing you fill out, and it costs $90, but if you go to your counselor, it's waived because we're in a low private area. It tells colleges you're eligible to play college ball because you got to submit ACT scores. You got to submit your transcript. But the thing is, people think it's just GPA. It's your core GPA. So you can give a kid all these BS classes. He can get A's, but they're going to say, we don't care about that. We want to know about that math, that science, that social studies, that English. What's your GPA in them subjects?
For 4 years.
Yeah.
So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. What's your GPA in your core classes?
Yeah, the core, you have a 2.3.
In your core.
Yep.
It don't matter what you got in PE.
Yeah. You got to have that core class. They're going to say, what's your core GPA? We want to know that.
They don't work around that no more?
Hell no.
I know some people that went on to play on different levels.
Yeah.
You could write their name, they wouldn't know it.
Yep.
But if they wrote their name, they recognize it.
And now you got money involved now.
So this probably going to be
This a money game now. Folks getting that bread.
So you better come with it.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you the crazy thing. Don't think that whatever you do. I had a college coach call me, and this man told me everything that goes on in the Bluff.
Wow.
He told me who hangs with who do what. If we're about to give you a scholarship,
we're going to do our research.
Your scholarship work everywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 because we're paying for school, your dorm, your food, your clothes, you traveling, you doing all this, and you better get out there. Yeah, we got to research you. So yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah. Because you got to protect, because if they mess up, do something stupid, they mess up the program.
And, bro, and what they got to realize is, bro, just because a school recruits you, they're going to tell you everything you want to hear. As soon as you sign them papers, they're recruiting your replacement.
Soon as?
Yeah, so, all right, we got you now.
Wow.
Now we're recruiting your replacement. You here. We ain't going to kiss your ass while you here.
Woo, man, the game is messed up, man.
It's a business, and we're not teaching our kids the business. Our kids don't know I even go to. I done seen some of these visits, and kids not even going in preparation. This is an interview. You can't go on there half dressed. I don't know why kids still wearing hoodies during the summertime. Y'all going to half dressed, looking like
They
whatever.
gotta hide their blicky.
They scared to talk to the coaches. Okay, cool. Now when Lil Johnny come in here, and he looking at his coach in the eye, shaking his hand, and dressed the part, and you wonder why they like Lil Johnny over here.
Lil Johnny done said showed that he's recruitable.
Yeah,
The less superior athlete, but he knows how to.
yeah.
He knows how to present himself.
Because when you put their jersey on, and you have Burger King saying we're gonna sponsor that kid. Now you're on a commercial. Now you post stuff on your Instagram, and that's another thing. Social media. LSU came and told us we got a guy. We give $100. We'll find everything off your social media, even if you delete it. Because if you get NIL deals, they going based off your Instagram page, your Snapchat, your Facebook. That's what you promote on.
Wow.
So how can we give you money?
When you got
You
Killer
on that-
Kulu Cool Pop on your
Facts.
page.
You got all type of, you got your little gun that you got your mojo, or you got your spam pages like you don't think they're fine, but they're fine.
Man, it's
Yeah,
tough.
all that shit, boy.
It's tough,
It's
man.
a crazy game. But we got to prepare our kids for it.
You got to, man. If not, you're going to be in a situation. You're going to be in a situation. So, Jermaine, what else we got, man? We finna get out of here because we finna get the 870 show going. Ooh, we, baby. Finna get my dog Iceman, my brother Bobby Lowe here. Jermaine, do you got anything before we get up out of here, man?
Nah, I told you, don't be good unless you say something.
And you asked Nate not to hold us 21 extra minutes into another show so we can start on time. It's good content. Very good
Yeah.
content. It is.
It's not my fault.
Yeah. I feel like this show ain't, yeah. See, y'all look like y'all probably get lit on the next show. Y'all look
Yeah,
like.
so I can talk about how we ran over 22 minutes into the next
He
show.
just
I
talking.
like being on time.
Yeah, so this like the PG, and then that's like the.
This conversation, in my opinion, so the 870 show and the Natelogic show, the 870 show is bunch of barbershop, bunch of brothers expressing their
that's the
opinions
shit,
and
though.
thoughts. The Natelogic shows, well, we just gonna have genuine conversations. Cause now, like, from now, we can come back into this conversation and say some of the challenges is lack of community support, lack of education. You know what I'm saying? Facilities.
People trying to get a meal ticket at the last second.
Uh-oh. You want to say that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that,
When you say that, what do you mean?
bro. That's something else. It's like a lot of people, bro. Like now, like that's one thing I noticed. Even like with David. David got 30 years.
30 years
Yeah, Dave Beasley got 30 years.
prison.
Yeah. Because when people get that name, you got everybody else coming over there that want to give them this, want to give them that, put them in situations instead of protecting them. Because you think that he's about to get rich and you're about to get rich. But you're not in the best interest for the kid.
30 years.
Facts. Look it up. I hate it for him.
And you probably tried to give him a little game to say, bro, nah.
Yeah, he was at my house before he got locked up the last time.
Hey, man, this is your boy, Big Nate. This the Real Underground Radio Station. This is Natelogic, baby. Hey, I got my dog, Jermaine Anderson here, man. NBA Elite Fitness. Is it NBA Elite Fitness?
it
Enunciate it for me.
Yeah,
How
it
go?
means new breed of athletes, but I started with some other dudes, and it really meant no bullshit allowed. But, you know, we had
New breed of athlete.
yeah, we'll do it for the kids. We'll change the name.
Hey, man, y'all tap in with my dog, man. Hey, where can I get in touch with you at, Jermaine, before we get out of here?
Jermaine Anderson on Facebook. You got Jada Noop on Instagram.
We ain't going to look at the Instagram.
Yeah, you can hit my number too. 870-489-2315. You better text me first though. Text me first.
Ooh, wee, baby. Hey, man. Hey, I got my boy Iceman, my dog, Bobby Lowe, billionaire Bobby. A whole lot of money coming up. He's sitting here looking like he mad.
Hey, man, I'm just ready to get started so I can leave.
Oh, you in a rush to leave us?
I got shit to do.
You ain't got nothing to do.
Can I stay and listen to the next
You
show?
can stay. You're free to stay.
I have no life. I do.
Now these are personal attacks. Hey, man, we'll be right